You are very welcome back to the show. No, Halloween is great fun for people of all ages, but our pets can get really spooked with all the noise and disruption this time of year. But fear not, we have Nanci Creedon here with some fantastic tips and tricks to get us through the Halloween period. Nanci, it's fun for all of us, but we have to remember our pets, don't we?
Most of us.
Very
It's fun for most of us. But I mean, Halloween is designed to be scary.
Yeah.
We understand why.
Yeah.
They don't.
They don't.
So for a lot of our dogs, it's a lot more frightening than we're expecting it to be.
Yeah, so we have to prepare. Now, today's Friday, Halloween night is on Monday. So we have the weekend really to prepare for Monday night because you're going to have fireworks, you're going to have people calling to the door, you're going to have people with scary faces and so on and so forth. So we need to prepare.
Ghosts and goblins everywhere, 100%. And you've got the weekend, so now's the time to get prepared, because if you don't, then it's going to be a disaster for your dog.
Because Phoebe here now, right, she's so relaxed here, but if she heard a banger going off or anything, she'd be upset.
And they don't get it. It's like going to a foreign country and walking in there and never having heard about Halloween and just seeing like everyone's scary, all these noises that are scary. So it's understandable if you go into their little paws, you can see why they're afraid, which is why when we love them, it's our jobs to do our best to make them cope and make them get through Halloween as safely as possible.
Now, we're going to make a very, very safe place for all of our dogs in a few minutes. But first of all, we have a few dilemmas, we have a few questions. Here's the first one.
Hi Dahi and Nancy, my name is Rachel, this is my dog Jimmy. Jimmy gets very stressed around Halloween time, especially if he can hear fireworks. I was wondering, what are your top tips for helping our dogs through the Halloween time?
OK, top tips for Halloween time, Nanci.
Top tips. The number one thing that dogs need is somewhere safe to go to. When you're afraid, if you're running away from a monster, it's a lot more difficult than running to safety.
Yes.
So we want them to have that relief that they can get to somewhere safe and feel good. Usually crates are what we'd recommend. So unless your dog has an aversion to a crate, you should be looking at having a crate in your household. So the crates are brilliant. Now, it looks like a metal cage when there's nothing in it. However, for Halloween, we want it to be their cozy den. So what we'll do is we'd get your dog's bed. So Phoebe has a lovely, lovely bed with a little tent for herself. So by putting this into the crate, she's got that soft coziness. She's also got that to keep her nice and cozy.
And she'll know she'll have this, Nanci. OK, she hears something like a big bang, like fireworks outside or somebody banging on the door. She has a safe place and she's going to go there and it's nice and cozy and safe for her.
And what you'll find, some dogs already have a cozy place they go to, so make that even cozier. But the good thing about the crate is you can close the door, cover it up with a lovely thick blanket, and having that thick blanket will help to kind of keep the sounds away a little bit more. Having the door closed means that she's not going to be showing up when there's scary kids with their Halloween masks. And then what we're going to do is put something that she can chew or lick into it as well. So while that looks disgusting, for Phoebe, it means she's going to lie down and licking on that releases that dopamine that we want dogs to feel. That's the calming hormone. And she'll just chill and relax through Halloween. That's what we want.
And there's a small bit of work in that as well for her, Nanci, isn't there, as well? Like, so you're not actually putting it on a clean sheet.
No,
so
you got to work
a small bit. And then she's distracted, I'd imagine.
She's distracted, and it also lasts longer. So you see all the little kind of grooves on it as well. Little bits of food will get stuck in those grooves. So she'll keep going and keep going. And also what we have is another little stuffed toy for her as well. You stuff that with bits of meat. Again, she has to think. She's problem solving. She's focusing on this instead of focusing on all the ghouls and goblins.
And all the meats inside there, Nanci, they're all cooked.
That's all cooked meat, yeah.
OK.
And she'll get a nice little nibble getting the food.
Lovely stuff. Now, we have another dilemma.
Hi Dahi, I'm Helen and this is Bella and Mila. Bella would be a very nervous dog anyway, but at Halloween with the noise of the fireworks, they both get very worried and anxious. And I've been told that if I comfort them, that I'm rewarding that behaviour and it'll make them worse. So I'm just wondering what Nanci thinks. Thanks.
Rewarding behaviour is important, I'd imagine.
Love this question, because there's so many people and websites that will tell you if you reward your dog when they're upset, you'll make it worse. You don't. You cannot reward an emotion. If a dog is feeling a fearful emotion, it's your job to comfort them, to make them feel better, change that emotion of fear into maybe excitement because you're playing a game, or calmness because they're chewing their licky toys. You cannot make a dog more afraid by comforting them through fear. That's wrong. So comfort your puppies with my permission. Yes, 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
OK, we have another dilemma.
Hi Dahi, hi Nancy, my name is Vivian and this is Kenny, our 3-year-old collie. So Jake has a question. Jake would love to dress Kenny up for Halloween, but we're a little bit iffy about it, so we'd love your advice, Nancy. Thank you.
Okay, more advice sought after.
Controversial topic. Doggies in costumes is always controversial. The truth of the matter is, if a dog is wearing a costume and is getting a hell of a lot of positive interactions with people on the streets and nice interactions with people wherever they go, their life is going to be that little bit better. However, you don't want to force your dogs into costumes they don't like. So Phoebe has a lovely little hot dog, and what I love about Phoebe's hot dog is that it doesn't even go over her head. It's going around her belly, and what you can do is, while she's having this on, make sure she's getting lots and lots of treats, and if at any stage she looks like she's not enjoying it and she wants it taken off, you take it off. You supervise your dog the whole time when they're wearing costumes, and if that dog is showing you signs that they move away or they don't want to put their head through the costume, you just don't. It's up to the dog.
Simple as that.
Yeah, let your dog decide.
But again, when you're putting the costume on, Nancy, you're giving the dog treats just to make sure, just to tell the dog, okay, this is safe, this is fine. But if the dog doesn't like it, the dog will tell you.
Exactly, and if they're not taking the treats off you, then maybe they're not comfortable in that situation. You can try again later when they're feeling a little bit calmer, but a second time around, they still don't want the costume put on them. Just leave it off. I mean, there's other ways to make things fun. You can fancy dress a lead or something like that as well. But it's all about the dog. What does the dog want? And keep the dog stress-free at Halloween.
Yeah, because I remember years ago we used to dress our dog in a Kerry jersey, and the dog didn't like it at all. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know?
I know, we were terrible.
Yeah.
And we've all done stuff. Personally, I've done a hell of a lot of stuff that I regret to my dogs. I've put them in Cork City jerseys far too many times and they didn't enjoy it. However, they love us. They put up with what we put them
not like
through.
the Cork City jersey or
They were a fan of Cork City. They just would rather wear the shorts, I think, than the jersey. But yeah, it's all about what the dog wants. Other things that you can get is this Thunder shirt that I adore as well.
What is this now, Nancy, exactly?
This is very much like wrapping yourself up in a duvet when you're feeling a little bit needy. So you put it over your dog and it wraps tightly onto the dog and it helps them just feel that little bit more soothed. So very much like when we get ourselves all nice and cozy as well. And the good thing about these is if the dog's too hot, you can make it wet. If the dog is in the summer, you can use cold water on it. But I find them really, really effective. I find that in around 75-80% of dogs we use them on, you just dog chill out.
Yeah.
And they're not panicking, they're still engaging, they're still interacting with everything, but they're feeling that little bit safer. And when it comes to Halloween and weird things happening in their house, you want them to feel safe.
So again, this is the comfort blanket around them, Nancy, really.
It's cozy, cozy, cozy.
To be fair, no, we need this ourselves sometimes as well, don't we?
Yeah, well, speaking of what we need as humans, my other go-to product that I love is these essential oil plug-in diffusers. These are brilliant for helping dogs feel calmer. They've got like nice valerian and so on. However, they do calm people down as well. So I do have clients that have stopped using them because they fell asleep in the afternoon because they're too relaxed.
To be fair, Nancy, I think we can stress the dogs out more than any kind of firework sometimes.
Exactly, and if we make too much of a fuss of things as well, if we're getting anxious, then they're going to feel more anxious. So everyone needs to be calm and relaxed, and that'll do it. And that will work as well for cats.
Oh,
so yeah, I like the smell of it.
Dogs,
and horses,
cats,
and horses.
And
there's
people.
been research done on dogs, cats, and horses.
Yeah.
There's been anecdotal research done by myself on people, and yeah, I love it. I love it. Every household should have one.
Nancy, whatever about smells and everything, what about some soothing music?
Yes, always good.
Okay.
So this is classical music that is also effective to help calm dogs down. And it's all about that low, slow beats. It helps their heart rate slow down, and that's going to calm the dog down. So if you are leaving music on for your dog, try your best to go ahead and find music that you know is going to stay calm. Lyric FM, wonderful. However, sometimes you might have up-tempo songs.
Or John Creedon.
In the evening,
In the evening from 8 to 10 on
We'll have to ask
Radio
for only relaxing music for Halloween on John Creedon Show. But yeah, so music helps relax them. Your plugins relax them. Massage is nice and relaxing for dogs too. Nice slow strokes as well.
Halloween, loads of sweets all around the place, Nancy. What happens?
Danger.
Okay. Chocolate is no.
Chocolate is always no.
Remind us again, Nancy, why
chocolate drives me
is
mad because do you know what the issue is with chocolate? It's fat soluble. So you might give your dog a square of chocolate and they get away with it. And you might give them another one and they get away with it. But it's building up in their system. And you give them the 5th piece of chocolate and your dog is no more. It kills dogs. So, no chocolate, no chewy treats, lollipop sticks if your kids are having
these
sweets.
These are no-nos?
No, definitely no-nos.
No-nos, okay.
Especially anything that's a sugar-free sweet can kill your dog with the xylitol that's in it. Yeah, let's not do that.
Okay,
lollipop sticks people forget about because the kids will have the lollipop.
They will, of course,
sticks everywhere, and your dog can chew on that. That can get stuck inside them as well.
What about these raisins and currants?
And they're around at Halloween too, so far too high sugar content. Again, dangerous for dogs.
No.
These are all your no-nos.
No.
However, we do have some good treats that doggies can have at Halloween.
What can we have?
Pumpkin. Let's use the pumpkin. Full of fibre, brilliant for dogs.
Perfect for doggy.
Yep, and if your dog likes it. I mean, some dogs don't like it, but a lot of dogs actually really enjoy pumpkin. You can freeze little cubes of it. You can mash it in with their food. The monkey nuts, they can have the peanuts as long as there's no salts or roasted peanuts or anything like that.
Perfect.
And actually, satsumas and oranges they can have too. You mightn't want it, but if you want to feel included,
but they're good for you.
They can have their own little Halloween bucket as well, so that they're not left out.
Nanci Creedon, thank you very much. Always great to have you on the show. If you have any questions or dilemmas for Nancy, please do email us today at rte.ie.